It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati.
Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Gun. Cut.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
From the 30 on second down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Here we go.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Burrow looking to pass. And this one is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 37. Back to throw, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. This defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Watson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Here we go.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
The Bengals at 11-1 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on third down, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Justin Jefferson.
32 yards.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Finding space at the 40. Still on his feet. Nick Chubb.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw, he had a defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Zero hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. It's caught by Bryant. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
I'm one, Rick.
Now Burrow on first down. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
11.
First down. Here's Burrow. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown. Jamar Chase with career touchdown. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Are you kidding me? Reset.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. from the red zone now. Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Watson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And Burrow going to throw again.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Here we go.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
On 2, ready?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And his throw here is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fielded at the 43. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Gun.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They get it to him running left. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Burrow will throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And a round is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
68 yards.
And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the... Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They run it again with Chubb. Pushes him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Chubb on the counter. Tyson Anderson there to get him down defensively. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound, and the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Burrow. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Jamar Chase,
51 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Throwing again is Watson. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. that his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
A good pickup there, a 22.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb.
93 yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They pitch it to Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. A give running right is Chubb. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
A give. This is Chubb. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Browns on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Watson, option left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly, and most of the time, unsuccessfully.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
York able to send this one through.
And that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the...
He's got a man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it pushes the lead up to 23.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Browns drive about to get started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
On one, ready? 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Don't knock down. 11 Thomas.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 46 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
And he hits the upright, but it carries in anyway. Plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will extend their lead even further. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Going out wide.
And oh, he coughed it up. And the Bengals grab it. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Inside the 20.
And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
On one, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
11.
Now it's Burrow. A quick throw, but incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Drops it off for Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The slot man in motion right. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. But the lopsided